The manufacturing sector has been hard hit by political instability and frequent incidents of terrorism, and has created an uncertain environment resulting into low level of economic growth. The manufacturing sector is witnessing the lowest ever share of 18.2% in the GDP over the last 5 years. In addition, the small and medium-sized enterprises are a key area of manufacturing activity in Pakistan, particularly in the war-affected areas. Power looms, precious and semi-precious stone mining, wood and marble work, and small units of consumer items are affected across the country because of power shortages and frequent terrorist attacks.
And how the war on terror and Pakistan's role as a frontline ally with the United States took its toll on one of the most important industrial sector, the textile sector of Pakistan. We came here in one of the textile unit in the port city of Karachi to find out why.
Mr. Masood Naqi is the textile exporter, and he also, like others, is very disappointed due to the war-driven, unfriendly business scenario.
Our economy is based on textile, number one. Number two, it is textile based but export oriented. The local consumption of textile goods is hardly 10 to 15%. So our textile, we start with the cotton, we grow cotton, then we gin it, we spin it, and then we make fabric, and then make apparel. And the apparel industry is mostly labor intensive industry. You sew one garment, you need many people. So it is a chain of the people who makes garments, apparel, and even home textile for the international market. So war on terror, obviously, wherever you have war, people avoid to go. So this happens with us as well. We have approximately $14 billion export of textiles these days. It could have been 40 billion. It's 1-4 now. It could have been 40. So this is the impact. We have less jobs here in textile. People are, they're not working in the industry. Export orders are getting lesser and lesser. You see that the units, small and medium sized units, are closed now during these 4-5 years.
Another victim of this war was the country's bourses. One of the most important aspects of trading in financial markets is to understand underlying risks. At times, event risk can be one of the most powerful drivers of financial market, both in the near term and in the long term, depending on the scope of impact and specific details of the news event. The Karachi Stock Exchange is one such market that is significantly impacted by the ongoing incidents of war on terror.
The war on terror, which cost Pakistan's economy $68 billion so far. In order to find how it impacted Karachi Stock Exchange volume, we came here in the country's largest bourse.
If you take a look at our assembly, 60%, if not more, of the constituents of the assembly are from rural areas. So they have very little interest in industry or the urban areas. Now what happened was that when the commodity prices shot up in the last 2-3 years, the rural economy got a lot of liquidity. We did a calculation whereby just 4 major crops, cotton, sugar, wheat, sugarcane, and rice, they had a value of 530 billion rupees in 2007. In 2010, they had a value of 1.3 trillion rupees because the prices had gone up, not production, prices. Now this money basically got transferred from the urban economy into the rural economy. Now the problem for the stock exchange is that urban savers have an understanding of stock market investing. Rural savers don't. So when this liquidity shifted out from the urban area into the rural area, to that extent, urban savings were not available to support the stock market liquidity. And that was one of the key reasons we saw liquidity fall down, the volumes fall down. On top of it came the capital gains tax. And that really collapsed the market volumes.
Despite that, the country has seen bloodshed and still facing attacks on almost daily basis due to the rulers' wrong policies. and their alliance because of economic reliance, the people of Pakistan are determined and hopeful that the bleeding nation will emerge from this crisis as a self-reliant and prosperous nation.